Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this Panasonic Eluga Ray 700. And Panasonic recently introduced two variants. This is the Eluga Ray 700 and they also introduced the Ray 500. That's slightly having a smaller screen and that had a dual camera setup. But in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a look at this one. And this is a review unit that was sent to me by Panasonic, and the pricing for this one is rupees 9,999, and this is sold in India via Flipkart. I'll have the link for the same in the YouTube show notes. So let me open up the seals. And the biggest thing about this one is that it is having that 5000 milliamp hour battery and a 5.5 inch screen, and on the back it just gives us basic idea what we have. And it has a dedicated SD card slot. We'll have a look at that. This is the device itself that we are getting. So it has a screen guard that is pre-applied. I don't know why, but that is sort of pre-applied because this is having a Gorilla Glass 3. But anyways, we'll look at this later. Let me keep this to the side and let's see what else do we get in the box. So looks like some paperwork we might have in this. Yes, another screen guard. So a couple of screen guards they have given. And what else? A SIM ejector tool over here. And this is a big box. Let's open this up. So we are getting headset with this one. This is nice because many of the budget oriented smartphones have sort of stopped giving earphones. Let's have a look at this one. And these are in here, as you can see, and an angle. And let's see if it has, it has a button here to take or end calls, and it has an integrated microphone. So that's what we are getting. And again, this is a standard USB cable that we are getting. And this is the power brick. Let's look at the rating because it's having that massive 5000 milliamp hour battery. And let me zoom in. And it's a standard charger, as you can see, 5 volts at 2000 milliamperes. That means 5 volts at 2 amps. So that is what we are getting with this one. So let me keep these things to the side. So here is the handset itself. Let me just take this out. I don't know why it's pre-applied. I don't know, some screen card or it is sort of pre-applied, and one was also given in the box. But let me just take that out. You can take it out, as you can see. And on the back we have a sticker that gives a little bit of information. And as you can see from the back, it is metal. So we are getting that metallic back, and so looks nice, I have to say. And it is having a 5000 milliamp hour battery. That's the biggest thing. So it'll last for about 2 days. And the biggest surprise for me was that even though it is having that 5000 milliamp hour battery, it is not very, very heavy. So that was surprising. Let me give you a physical overview. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the volume rockers, power on off button. Bottom we have two vents, but we have to check if both are speakers. I doubt only one might be the speaker, and micro USB port. And we have the SIM tray. Let's look at it and see. So the nice thing is that it is having 2 slots for your nano SIMs and a dedicated SD card slot. So you can use a SD card and 2 SIMs with this device, which is a nice thing in my opinion. So let's put this back and let me try to power this on now. And it gave me haptic feedback. And the front facing camera is a 13 megapixel, and it also is having that front facing flash. So by the time it boots up and I set it up, let me give you a configuration overview. This Panasonic Eluga Ray 700 is having a 5.5 inch 1080p screen with Gorilla Glass 3 protection. It has a 5000 milliamp hour battery. It is powered by a MediaTek MT6753 processor, which is an octa-core processor. It has 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 GB of internal storage. Moving to the GPU, it is the Mali T720 GPU. It's a dual SIM with a dedicated SD card slot. Moving to the camera, it has a 13 megapixel rear facing camera and a 13 megapixel front facing camera. It also has fingerprint, FM radio and USB OTG support. And out of the box it comes with Android N. So I've just finished setting up this device, and the first thing that I noticed is that Panasonic is not using any custom skins. It's almost very close to stock Android that you get. Yes, there are some custom apps like their Arbo, and there are some third-party apps that are installed. But let's see if we can uninstall some of the bloatware. For example, this is Chillax. Yes, it is allowing us to uninstall some of the bloatware that is sort of pre-installed on this one. But it is almost close to stock Android that you can see. And we have two touch type capacitive buttons. This is back and this is home that we are getting. But looks like they are not backlit over here. And let's just look at the settings. We can actually, I believe we can even enable virtual buttons on this one, like some of the Motorola phones. But let's see. So these are the quick toggles that we get. We have the auto brightness, as you can see. Auto brightness sensor is there on this device. Let's look at further settings. So out of the box, Android Nougat that we are getting, and it comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM. Let's see regarding the storage. Out of that 32, how much do we actually get? So about 8.4 GB is used, so roughly you'll get about 23 GB of internal storage with this one. Let's just go back and let's just kill everything. Let me remove everything, and let's see out of that 3 gigabytes of RAM, how much do we actually get. So RAM was here, so you get about 1.7 GB of RAM free out of that 3 gigabytes. So let's just go back. So almost stock Android interface, as you can see that we are seeing with this one. And again, it's a dual SIM device, obviously. Navigation bar pattern, it says hide navigation bars. So you can get these virtual buttons and you can customize it as you like. For example, let's say you like this. So now instead of this physical buttons, you can also use these virtual buttons. So that option is also there. So that is a nice thing. And the biggest USP of this device would be that battery life, 5000 milliamp hours. So it should easily last for about 1.5 to 2 days. It also has this fingerprint scanner here, and this is not a physical button. This is something like a capacitive button like we find on the OnePlus devices. So it's not a button, it's a capacitive key that we have, and that has a fingerprint scanner. So let's quickly check that also. I've put it to standby, and as you can see, fingerprint scanner. It's not the fastest in the world, but again, in this price range, I would say this is the sort of fingerprint scanners that we get. And as you can see, it's fairly accurate. It's detecting it almost all the time. So that is regarding the fingerprint scanner. Now let's quickly look at the camera. Panasonic is not advertising it as a camera centric smartphone, but let's quickly look at it. It has a 13 megapixel rear facing camera. So this is the interface that we're getting for video, for pictures. Let's just take some pictures. Tap to focus is there. And the good thing, if you notice it, let me take the snap again, is how fast it is actually taking the pictures. There is almost no shutter delay. That is one thing I'm liking on this one. And let's switch to the front facing camera. It's over here. So this is the front facing camera. Let's look at the speed. So as you can see, it also has that flash. So let me disable that flash, front facing flash. So again, the good thing is that there is almost no shutter lag with this one. So let me do one thing. Let me take some snaps around my office so that you can have a very quick idea regarding the camera performance. So here are some of the sample shots that I have taken with this Eluga Race 700 around my office. It's too early to comment about the camera, but again, this should give you a rough idea regarding the camera performance. So guys, that's it for now for this unboxing and first look at this Eluga Race 700. I would say in terms of looks, it looks actually nice for the price, and the biggest USP according to me would be people who are really looking for a smartphone that has insane battery life, and you want a smartphone that should last over a day easily, then you should have a look at this. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.